Hey guys, it's Annie. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be transforming myself into Sarah Paulson from Ratched. So for this look, I'm going to try to make myself look as close to Sarah Paulson as possible. So obviously your features are going to be different from my features, but I'll give you guys some tips along the way of what to look out for when you're trying to transform into someone else, like how to manipulate your features a little bit. And yeah, I don't practice these looks ahead of time, guys. Everything is a first attempt. So we're in this together. Let's see if I can turn myself into Sarah Paulson. Alright guys, so we're starting off with foundation. So Sarah Paulson is very, I would say fair-skinned, but in this show, like all the reference photos that I'm bringing up, she doesn't look as pale as she normally does. Like she doesn't look as fair. So I'm gonna go on the lighter side, but like not like a porcelain. For foundation, I'm gonna mix 2 by Wet n Wild. So this is the Photo Focus Dewy Foundation. Alright, so I'm mostly going in with the soft beige. And I'm just gonna do a couple of these. Alright, I'm just using a beauty blender to blend these together. So since her skin seems to have more of like a pink undertone, I'm gonna go in with Rose Petal by Ben Nye. So this is their luxury setting powder. And also I'm gonna leave some setting powder up here because I have a really creasy forehead, so we're trying to keep that at bay. I have a few different reference images of Sarah pulled up. So I have a few of her when she's not on the show and then others with her on the show. So her face is very, I don't want to say it's elongated, but she does have a longer face, and she has very defined cheekbones, and they kind of go like all the way down here, and that elongates your face as well. And my face, I guess, what do I have, like heart-shaped face? My jawline is very like, you know, which there's not too much I can do about that because it's my bone structure, but I can give you the illusion that it looks more like hers if I do this. So that's pretty much what I'm gonna do, but I'm still gonna be contouring and everything like that to try to get her face structure. So for that, I'm gonna go in with the Shade and Light palette by Kat Von D. So I'm going in with the lightest contour shade in here. It's like a more of like a gray based contour. And I'm just gonna start here. And I'm gonna give myself the illusion of a longer face by dragging this down here. I like kind of leaving everything a little bit harsh to begin with and then going in and buffing things out to make it look a little bit more natural. But this way I get more of a feel for how the feature's supposed to look, but just like a little more amplified. She has a really defined Cupid's bow, so I'm just gonna fill in the center here, then a little bit on these outer corners here. That also just elongates the face a little bit. And then I'm gonna go in with these lines here, just define those a little bit. So I'm first going in with more of a shadow just to introduce the color and warm it up a little bit. And then I'll go in with more of a detail brush to add some like finer lines in there. But this just makes everything look a little bit more natural when you try to map it out first. Okay, so it looks like her nose is a little bit more narrow on the bridge, and then it goes out a little bit, actually very similar to mine. So I'm just gonna be tightening up in here a little bit. Since Sarah's face is longer than mine, I'm just gonna try to shade my bone structure here to kind of blend in. So hopefully it hides it a little bit and gives it more of like a softer transition. Right, and for the nose, I'm just gonna add a little bit of highlighter here. And then also right here to the bridge of the nose. Gonna blend these lines out a little bit just to make everything look a little bit more natural. So you wanna make sure that you blend these inward. If you blend them out, then it's just gonna make the face look wider. So I'm just gonna take some powder and just highlight right here, just to get that line a little bit sharper. For blush, it looks like she has more of like a corally kind of blush. So I'm going in with Island Hottie by LA Girl. And I'm gonna go in with this guy. Now I'm just gonna deepen up the facial features a little bit. So she does have some extra creasing right in this area here. So I'm just going in with the darker brown from that contour palette. And also just deepening up the Cupid's bow a little bit. And I'm just defining these lines just a little bit more. Okay, next are the eyebrows. So she has very dark eyebrows. So I'm gonna go in with 4.5. This is the Precisely My Brow by Benefit. So I'm just pushing my eyebrows down. And she has more of like a straight brow, and then it slowly curves here. So she's like a straight line that connects these hairs here. Now I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. All right, so now that we have the underneath laid out, just pretty much need to feather this part here. So she has more of like a bushy brow in the front, and then it gets more defined on the tail. She also has some creasing right near her eyes here. So I'm just going into my natural creasing as well. All right, so I'm gonna leave the face alone for now, and let's get started on the eyes. So it looks like she has a light wash of brown, like a very soft light brown on her eye. So I'm gonna go in with that middle contour shade, and it looks like it's just on her eyelid. It doesn't look like it's blended into the crease or anything. And like I said, it's a super, super light wash of color, so don't go crazy on this. All right, that looks like it's probably good. She has a little bit smoked out underneath of her eyes as well. And it looks like she could have a really light line of a dark brown right on her lash line. And then it looks like she's just wearing mascara. So I feel like we both have very similar eyes. We both have those giraffe eyes. So I don't need to do too much to my actual eye shape. You know what, I'm gonna darken on my eyelid just a little bit using that dark brown contour shade, because I looked at another reference image and it looks a little bit darker in that one. On the outer corners of her eyes, I just went in with an even darker brown. So this is the new Huda Beauty Khaki Haze palette. And for mascara, I'm gonna go in with, this is the KVD Go Big or Go Home mascara. Obviously you can use any mascara. So I'm really making sure that this goes to the root of my eyelashes, because it looks like she has a really dark band around her eye. And I'm also gonna go on the lower lashes, but not putting a lot on there, just to almost give a light tint to the lashes. Now I'm also gonna go in with a black eyeliner just to shade on the top of, like the underneath of my eye. It's just gonna make the lash band look even darker. Alright guys, now I'm going in with highlighting. So I just wanna make sure that I highlight this part here. So any areas that you wanna bring forward, you're gonna add some highlighter too. This part of her cheeks is very like supple, it looks very plump. So that's why I'm just gonna pop that out. I'm also gonna fill this in white here. Since like I said before, her chin is a little bit more like rounded off than mine is. And she doesn't have a double chin, so I'm trying to fill in my little double chin in here. Not my double chin, my dimple chin. And it looks like she also has like a mole right here. Also guys, I feel like we're not gonna get the full vision today because I don't have dark brown contacts. I wish I did, I'm so annoyed, but this is gonna be Sarah Paulson with green eyes. All right, now let's move on to the lips. In the show, her lips are more of like an orangey red. So I'm gonna go in with This Is Lit by Rimmel London. This looks like it's gonna be the perfect shade. I don't have that color for a lip liner, so I'm just gonna go in with like a random one. This is Thrive. So she definitely has more of a fuller top lip. So I'm just trying to make mine look a little fuller. All right, now we're putting the lipstick on. And she also has kind of like a little line right here. I'm also doing a little bit of a highlight right underneath the eyebrow. And I'm just using that same shade and light palette, just the lightest shade on there. It's like a bone. All right guys, so here comes the most difficult part, is the wig. I'm not great at laying down wigs, so this is gonna be a really shoddy job, but we're gonna make it work. Putting my little wig cap on. I just took this with me to LA, so this is like all matted and shit. I'm not even gonna bother trying to show you guys how I'm gonna do this because I don't even know what I'm doing. So let me do this real quick off camera and I will be back to show you guys what I came up with. Alright guys, so I managed to make it work. It's a little shoddier on the forehead there, but it's fine. And I also lost a nail trying to get this wig on. So there's that. I just put some glue on my ears and I made these little earrings that she has. They're like 3 pearls. So if you have pearl earrings at home, just throw on a pair of those. Right, now I'm just gonna pin this guy in place. So I noticed her hairline is kind of close to her eyebrow here. So I'm just dragging this down a little bit. She almost has like some like billowy sideburny kind of things, but they're not really sideburns. It's just, I guess her hairline comes up a little further than mine does. So I'm just filling in this area, and luckily this eyeshadow is like the same color as this wig. Alright guys, now we're ready to put on the shirt, so I'll be right back. I'm just gonna grab like a light blue, or not a light blue, like just some kind of blue button down. Let me see what I have. Alright guys, so I found this jean button down, which I think this is good enough. Alright guys, and here is the finished look. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Make sure to give it a like if you liked it. Yeah, make sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. And yeah, let me know what you guys think of the look. I think it looks like her, but only when I do like certain faces. Like I need to do like... And then obviously with her brown eyes, I think it'll really like boom. I think it'll look a lot like her. But yeah, anyway guys, look forward to more tutorials for Halloween. I'm so excited. I'm gonna be going crazy with videos this year. I know last year I was kind of lacking a little bit in the department for Halloween, at least for YouTube. On Instagram, I'm always like 31 days no matter what, but videos are just harder to edit up, especially ones that I need to do voiceovers for. So I tried to do a talk through on this one, and I'll also have some more talk throughs for Halloween. But yeah, let me know any other Halloween ideas that you guys have in the comments down below. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one.